got a problem with the lights. Been up in the Merlot, can't seem to find what's blowing them. Might be a job for Dave, the electrician. The lads are just cleaning out the air tunnel. It's got all bits of rubbish and different things that they left in there. So they're just hoovering under the floor where the bits of chip falls between the metal plates and the wall, and then it starts to block at the airflow. So it's cool in there at the moment because the fan's been off for over a week now, so it's not a bad time to do it. Just go up to the NHS cornflowers and the sunflower fields to do a little bit of a video to explain to people how it's working this year and what's here, because obviously we had that sort of like negative feedback the other day from someone that didn't actually know what he was coming to visit. So we're putting the message out there now of what's going on, and then they'll understand what they're coming to visit and what to do when they get here, because if they don't talk to people or don't say anything, we can't lead them round, can we? So we're telling people what's here, where it all is. Common question is, how tall are the flowers, are they in bloom, how long will they last, yada yada yada. So that's what I'm doing now, doing a short video to explain all that. Quick sweet corn update. It's now shoulder height in places, so that's growing well. It's loving the warm wet weather. Third sunflower field is now looking very healthy, nice size. Ladybirds. Problem is a little bit thin in places where the pigeons let the young ones. This is the third sunflower field, only around 18 inches tall at the moment, but growing nice and strong again. They're probably made up that we've had some rain, but they've got a lot of growing to do to catch up to the ones the other side of that hedge over there, which you can't see, but they're all yellow. Just been tool station for one of them to modify for cleaning up the drying floors, and I'm just going to see if we can get some lino for the log cabin. Got a piece of lino, 3 meters by 2.75 by 3.75, exactly what I need. But is the boot going to close? Just made to measure. I'm not sure what that means. I think it means the boot isn't fully closed, but at least it's in. It's like being down at night, scraping that out with the new tool. What are you going to do? Just barrow it out? Shovel it? Yeah, we've modified the drain cleaning flap that goes on the draining rods with a piece of metal. So you push it underneath the floor and it goes over the dust that's fell through the holes in the floor. And as you pull it back, it grips it and rakes it out. All them pigeons there landing in this wheat. Pulling it down flat and landing on it what's left in the field. Way! Christine and Hetty have hoovered out, ready for the lino. Just found this on the floor in the yard across the road where we were cutting the other day, and I know where it's from because one fell off the other day. It's a plate there, which is for that to stop against when it goes on full lock, and it's riveted on and it's knocked them both off now. So I don't know if it wants bolting on or redesigning, but a bit of a fault with the old header trailer, even though I love it. This is one of the problems when it's windy and we're chipping. It basically blows all over the yard and starts to go into the wheat and the barley. So we have to get the leaf blower out, blow that back out the shed and move that barley into the other shed. And that's the last batch of barley to go through the dryer. And there's no one in it at the moment. Lots of quiz questions yesterday. Adam's 250R, the head gasket has gone on it, so it's going to get repaired. Guy that used to work for John Deere is going to fix it. It's going to cost $2.5 grand, which is a lot less than the dealership quoted. So hopefully that'll be back tomorrow. That one's still running fine, the old 7.5. They don't make them like they used to. The other quiz question was on the combine, and it was the red bowl. Well, the red bowl is red because it's full of red diesel, which is what we use in the UK, and it's basically called rebated fuel. So it means that there's no road fund tax on it. So apparently it's disappearing next year, not for agriculture, I don't think, but for construction and things like that. So they'll have to use white diesel, which is full tax payable on building sites and things like that, which is a bit of a shame for them. We're going to put the price up of lots of things. The other quiz question was, how many hours had that fent done? 22,000 hours. Funnily enough, 2 people actually got it right, which is amazing. So I don't know whether they know Ben, but yeah, that's how many hours it's done. Needs a good jet wash though, because it looks like it's done 55,000 hours. James is just doing a bit of chipping now. Quite a pile of chip there. People that normally take it are a little bit slow paying, so they said that if they pay the bills they can have some more, but hopefully they're going to pay us tomorrow. So hopefully they'll get rid of that pile this afternoon. You get the wind just right, you can blow the leaves out the shed, but not the barley. them out the shed now. Andrew's got the broom on the front of the JCB, and he's going to brush them over to the pile when his exhaust doesn't brush them backwards. There we go. Just check Adam's not fell asleep.
Tempted.
Is your tractor still ill?
Yeah. Can't see now.
Mainly bits of conifer, isn't it? Olivia's 9 tomorrow. We've been a bit damp and we're kind of catching up on stuff. I'm going to take her out for this day. Well, take her out for the afternoon anyway. So we'll see how interesting it is. Look at that. It's just like a big trommel. And that side is lethal. Just a motor on a crank and then a load of bits of rubber. Like mash people. That's nuts. So he locks you in and then he presses a button. You just fall out. The engineering in that. Genius. So he's locked the door. And then watch now, he just pulls the lever. So what you do is you get a ditch and you put some planks of wood down it. And then you charge people to walk up and down it. Genius. Probably easier than growing sunflowers. And you can open it all year round. Just go slow so you don't fall in. That's a novel use of an old wheel. A dog poo bin. That's a clever bridge, that. It's just ratchet straps threaded round, like weaved in. Good use of an oak tree. Go. It's like swinging on a gate, but extreme. How ingenious them swings are. That chain is fastened to that one. So when you pull down on these handles, it makes the swing move on its own. Little bridge made out of a sugar beet cleaner web or a spud harvester web. It's like a tree corridor. Right, pull down on the chain and then it acts like a cam, like a bike, and it pedals. It makes you both spin. Right, you shuffle along the barrel and ring the bell. Go! Quick, quick, quick! I'll pause this, it'll take a while. How clever is that with that mirror? Just spotted a bateman, an RB55. I think it's Mike Jones's. Because it's been a dull day today, the sunflowers have stayed facing sort of east, whereas normally they'll go east to west throughout the day. But because the sun's not been bright enough, they've just stayed facing this way, so they look amazing as you walk in the gateway. There's the sunflowers, and that's where they were last year, and then this is the beans, the other side of the road, which was sweet corn last year. Now I don't know whether it's fell off the flail mower or the birds have carried it across, but we seem to have, well, there's pigeons here eating in the beans, but there's quite a few. It focuses. There's quite a few sunflowers growing up in the beans. They're even right in the bottom over there as well. So, like I say, is it birds carried them across? Or did it fall off the flail mower when we flail this field after that one? No idea. Let me know if you have, what's your guess? Because don't forget the pigeons did eat them and did eat the sweet corn, so they could have been backwards and forwards. Nick's mini digger's here with his post hole borer so that we can put some telegraph poles up tomorrow to make the sail at the sunflower maze, which is going to keep the sun and the rain off people. And also we've got a fence to do at the new farm, so we can probably use a small auger on that. So a little bobcat, a 1.5 ton bobcat. Got some rape and wheat ready to spray off, but it's been 44k winds today. Anyway, they're dropping to 12 tomorrow, so hopefully we'll be all right tomorrow. Tiny little bit, tiny little bit of barley that's not quite fitted in this dryer full. Anyway, once it's shrunk a little bit, that'll go in, and then we'll discharge into here, move the barley into the other shed, and then we've run out of stuff to dry, so we'll probably have to go cutting wheat. I'm tempted to go now, but if I go now, we'll end up with some wet straw because it's going to rain, I think, overnight. So So we'll just see what tomorrow brings, and if it blows up, we'll go and cut some, or I'll just go in the morning, if it hasn't rained, turn the chopper on and just cut a little bit. It's getting a bit late now for going out now, but there's a bit across the road that the pigeons were on before, so I want to just get it cut and out of the way and then keep the dryers running. Here's a quick video what I did this morning at the maze for people to see on Facebook and Instagram. A few people are asking this year, how tall are the sunflowers? Well, some of them are very tall. I'm 5'11", and some of them are a little bit shorter. And are they in bloom? Well, I'd say so, wouldn't you? This part of the field, the sunflowers are a little bit shorter and they're a bit sick. So this is where we've mown a giant NHS, but you really need to stand in it to see it. But it gives you a good chance to see across the top of them all as well. Another question we keep getting asked is, how long will the flowers last? Well, we've got 4 fields this year. This is the second one, so they're nearly coming out now and they're still growing. So hopefully in 2 weeks, once the first field's flowers start to wilt, we'll be able to open the second field. Last year the NHS letters were sown using sunflowers. This year they're sown using blue cornflowers, in keeping with the NHS logo. We don't know how long cornflowers flower for, so be quick. This is our wildflower meadow, which is full of marigolds and cornflowers. Unfortunately, the marigolds seem to be taking over this year and swamping it out, but it's full of butterflies. This is where last year's money went. If we can raise more this year, we can start adding extra charities to it as well. Because the kids last year loved playing on the bale so much, we've made a mini maze for children to play in, which is near the picnic area. And when the ice cream man's here, he parks over there as well. Last year the maze was all about counting ladybirds. This year it's about counting billy bees. There's a real one, but there's some cartoon ones within the maze for the children to count. This year the tickets are a little bit more expensive because we've had to charge VAT, but hopefully if everyone comes back that came last year and a few more besides, we can actually raise more money than we raised last year. Last year we raised over 41,000 for local charities, and it'd be great to double that. Remember though, you need to pre-book on our website, www.sunflowermaze.co.uk. The link is all over our social media. And if we've had rain within 24 hours or 48 hours of you arriving, bring sensible footwear. It is a field, it's sunflowers grow in soil, it could be muddy. Anyway, that's about it for a brief run through of what's going on this year at the Sunflower Maze. Hopefully see you there. Don't forget, if you come, take plenty of pictures and put them on your social media, because we have a photo of the day competition. There's the ambulance after dropping Adam's tractor off yesterday. Not used it today because we've been cleaning out under the floor. Connie's made up, she's got loads more followers on Instagram and Snapchat. I have Twitter, Snapchat and Instagram. Don't really use Snapchat that much, and I've sometimes put stuff on the story, so don't get too excited by that. If you want to watch another video, click there. If you want to subscribe, click over there. Tomorrow hopefully we can get some farming done. Been too windy today to do some spraying and too wet to do some combining, but we'll see how it goes anyway. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. We might hit 20,000 on day 500 of this channel, so thank you all for that. And the abatement's coming along well, so here's a picture of the wheels. Here's an outro from James.